Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. In this video, we're going to just go through the charts for the week ahead. It's currently the 16th of January, 2022. So we're going to have a look through the charts that I'm going to look at through the next week. Let's start this one. We're looking at Bitcoin. Really should have been looking to enter probably last week. It's come to the point now where unless it comes back a little bit, I'm not going to be looking to trade it. So we'll come back to this. Right now, we're currently bouncing off a good area, key level of mine. Entry point would have been around about this sort of area, around about here. I would have liked to enter on. It's come back down here and again here. I think this level is going to see it move past. If not, then there's going to be one of those things that it could go down, go on a downside. We got some areas down here that could be filled. Again, this area here, my key level, sitting at around 30,000. It's been sat here for a while. Drew these up last time. It was up at 64 around this level, and now I want to see it. If it's not going to play ball and start to head up, there's some areas in this candle here that I'd really like it to come into, clear up some of that before heading down. So this one is kind of one to wait. I'm just not sure. If I was going to buy, I would have bought last week. Start of this week, I'm going to see how Monday plays out and then come back to see what's going to happen again. Let's have a look at USD JPY. So I believe the dollar is going to see some more downside. Well, JPY, USD JPY, more downside. 4 hour, we're looking, broke my zone. I kind of want to get in at around about, get a short in just about here. Stops, not too sure yet, depending on how it's looking on daily and the time I'm going to enter. Stops I'm not quite sure on yet. But as we look, let's just remove that. As we look, we've definitely broken, filled in a little bit of this, which I like. Now I want to see it tank to about 12, around about here. Just these wicks even. We just look at these wicks. Just take out some liquidity below. So on the 4 hour, what I'm aiming for, just to retest into a bit of this space here. So if we target a base as our entry, stops, right now I'm going to say about 30 pips stop. And we'll take it down to those wicks, which gives us a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 5.81. Not a bad risk to reward on this trade. If this is going to play out, this is where I want to see it. Monday show us our weekly highs, Thursdays our weekly lows. Moving on to EJ, same sort of thing is going to happen. I want to see a little something coming to here, between this into this candle here, and then start to fall again, giving euro weakness. Euro weakness will lead on to, so for me, we'll look into somewhere around about here. And of course, I like big long trades, so we'll target down here 300 pips, 306 pips. That's a 10R. So risking 1% for 10%. Stops a variable. We could see it pop up a little bit, depending on how the candle reacts. See what happens around this level. We could just miss it and it drive down, but we'll keep an eye on this. EU, 2 potential trade setups. Okay, you see I've got the fib level already here on, I believe I put it on the hour time frame here. I want to see it pop down. There's 2 ways for this. There's 2 ways, short term, long term. So first of all, let's have a little buy. position from my fib level around about here, 79 over here. Risk to reward, we're looking, it's not going to be high, this buy. So we're looking again for about a 3, call it a 3%, and we can extend our stops if we need to. We're currently just below the 100 on the fib will be fine. That's a 3% risk to reward. The flip side is once we change to daily, I believe just way now remove these, as you can see, buy, short-term buy, long-term sell. Just summing up here is what I want to get into a little bit higher. So I want the psychological level, the round number, the 1.15 level, just a little bit higher. You see it just missed it. I want it here. I want it here into this area that has left a nice gap for us. That is now slowly starting to fill. If we switch to the weekly, we will see that level there. It's a nice gap is left in these candles here. So if we can get up there, it might not reach that high. It's something to keep an eye on. The early doors Monday, giving us a high of the week. Monday up here, 90 pip trade. If it wants to wick down through Asian session to there, which would be great, around the 1.138 level, and we just target the highs. We're not going to target any more than that. We get a 3 risk, like I said. Then the flip side is I want to sell off from here, from this point here, the psychological level of the 1.15. This time it's going to be a longer term trade. It's going to be a bit of a swing trade where we're going to target down here. That's a 470 pip move. 7R, because we've got 60 pip. Obviously that will change depending on what happens. As you can see, if we go down to a 20 pip, we've got 22R. So this is going to be one of those things that I may have to put a larger stop on, meaning the risk to reward is going to be a little bit lower. But with what I've shown you already, that's quite a lot to look for. We will take a look. USD CAD, something else I want to be looking at. We can see same thing happening here with the USD pairs, US dollar. A little bit of strength Monday, which is going to, of course, push up USD CAD, drop down EU a little bit. And we're going to come into this level. Pure and simple trading strategy, keeping with market structure. We know it's a downtrend, so we're only looking for sales. And quite frankly, this was a break and retest. So again, you can target that sort of area. Not that high stops, don't need it, just above there. And then we can look to target the lows again. Another 300 pip trade, 6R, 7R we've had a 3R. We've got another 5. There's more than enough to be getting into. There's 20, we're up to about 20% return. The last pair I want to look at is the I'm unsure about because of what the wicks are doing here. This whole consolidation point here. Do I want EU to drive up? Don't know if it's going to. I think Euro, definitely USD, I predict is going to get a lot weaker again, or a lot stronger again in the coming days. So with Euro, for instance, Euro USD, going to see this drive back down. We're going to see it drive up, drive back down, meaning the dollar's going to see some strength. But when we're looking at Euro GBP, we could see EG getting weaker again. We see it getting stronger, then weaker, dropping back down, depending on how strong the euro is against the pound. And technically, with everything going on in the current market with Parliament, stuff like that, I do believe the pound could be dropping which of course, if the pound's dropping and euro still is, you know, keeping its own, we should see this rise up, because we're going to get euro's going to be stronger than the pound, euro's going to go up. But it's when. So if we look at this chart at the moment, we got the weekly time frame. I've got a very strong key level here that spans back years. So from over here, 2013, we can see that this has stayed above and hit the zone, my area of interest, many times and reject from it. So do we sit on our hands and wait for this weekly candle to form next week and then react? Because it could just drop here straight below, and then we know we're going to have a sell-off. Long term, 200-300 pip again. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm kind of going to wait, see if this is going to drop or reject, and then next week when we look over the charts again, see what's happened. Are we going to get a nice rejection and giving us a buying opportunity for the week after? So that's where I'm looking at. What we got, USD CAD, like I said, what's happening here. Again, we could be looking at a nice trade. So I've given you enough opportunities here to have a little look. And of course, we're going to check again on Wednesday, see where these trades are, a rundown, if I entered, when I entered, why I entered. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you on the next one. Also, I've got a friend that's doing YouTube as well with trading ideas, completely different strategy. He's done some good big trades. GJ, for instance, he captured all of that move, which was just incredible to see. From about, if we check it, I think it was somewhere down here in the 149 area, and he caught the whole move up, and he documented it on his YouTube. Go check him out. I'll put his link down below. His name's Lee Baxter. Great trader, great guy. And I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Take care all.